Chapter 12. Gold. Tom and Huck were in the cave. They each held a candle. Tom led the way, dragging a kite string. When the sides of the cave got steeper, he stopped. "I want to show you something, Huck," he whispered. "It's on that big rock over there. See it? It's done with candle smoke." Huck saw the sign. "Tom, it's a cross." "And where is number 2? "Under the cross." "That's where I saw Joe." "Tom, let's get out of here," said Huck in a shaky voice. "What? And leave the treasure?" "Yes, leave it. Joe's ghost is around here, I know it." "Huck, Joe's ghost would be where he died, at the mouth of the cave. That's 5 miles from here." Huck was scared, but he followed Tom down the clay slope. The boys walked around the rock, but couldn't find a thing. Tom sat down and stared at the ground. Suddenly he saw something. "Huck, there are footprints and candle wax on this side of the rock." "I bet the money is under the rock." The boys started to dig in the clay, and with their knives. Huck uncovered some boards and removed them. There was a small hole under the rock. The box was in it. "We got the treasure at last," cried Huck. "We're going to be rich, Tom." "It's too good to be true," agreed Tom. "Let's pull the box out of here." The box was very heavy. The boys were able to lift it out, but they could not carry it. "I'm glad I brought these little bags along," said Tom. The boys put the money in 2 small sacks and left the cave. On the road to town they found a wagon. They put the sacks in the wagon and covered them with rags. "Huck," said Tom, "I've got an idea. Let's hide the money in the widow's woodshed for the night. We'll split it in the morning. Then we'll hunt up a good hiding place in the woods." At the Widow Douglas's, Tom and Huck sat down to rest. Mr. Jones was at the Widow Douglas's house. When he saw the boys, he came out to meet them. "I'm glad you're here. You're keeping everyone waiting." Tom and Huck didn't know what he was talking about. Mr. Jones grabbed the wagon and started to pull it. "What's in this wagon?" he asked. "Bricks or old metal? It's so heavy." "Old metal," replied Tom. Mr. Jones shook his head. "I swear you boys will work harder hunting for 50 cents worth of old iron than you will to make twice that much at a job. Anyway, hurry along. Come into the house." Mr. Jones left the wagon by the door and pushed the boys into the house. Almost everyone in town was there. Tom saw the Thatchers, the Harpers, Aunt Polly, the minister, and many others. The Widow Douglas greeted Tom and Huck with hugs and kisses. "We're here to honor you 2 brave boys," she said. Mr. Jones made a speech. He talked about Huck's quick thinking in saving the Widow Douglas. He talked about Tom's bravery in saving Becky. Then the Widow Douglas invited everyone to a huge supper. Over dessert, she announced her plans for Huck. "I want Huck to live with me," she said. "He will go to school, and when he gets older, I'll start him up in business." "But Huck don't need help," said Tom. "Huck's rich." Tom pulled in the wagon. He lifted out one of the sacks. He poured coins all over the table. "Half of the money is Huck's, and half is mine. We're splitting it 50-50. Everyone gasped. Tom told them how he and Huck had overheard Injun Joe and how they had found the treasure. The money came to more than $12,000. No one in the room had ever seen that much money in all their lives. Huck went to live with the Widow Douglas. She held Huck's money for him. Judge Thatcher did the same for Tom. The boys were given $1 a day allowance. The Widow Douglas made Huck take baths and eat healthy meals. He had to brush his teeth, comb his hair, and dress properly. He was sent to church and to school. Poor Huck didn't like his new life. He ran away after 3 weeks. One day Tom found Huck sleeping in his favorite barrel. Huck was wearing his old rags. His hair was in knots and his face was dirty. Tom begged him to go back. "The widow is good to me and she's friendly," replied Huck, "but I can't stand her ways. She makes me get up at the same time every morning. She makes me wash. She won't let me sleep in the woodshed. I can't do a thing I want." "Everybody lives that way, Huck," Tom explained. "Well, I'm not everybody, and I can't stand it. Looky here, Tom, being rich isn't what it's cracked up to be. It's nothing but worry and sweat. Tom, you take my share of the money." "Huck, you know I can't do that. It isn't fair. Just try this thing a little longer. You'll come to like it." "I don't think so, Tom," Huck said. "I like the woods and the river and living in my barrel. I don't want to ask to go fishing or swimming. We were having such fun as pirates. All this money has spoiled it. Looky here, Huck. Being rich isn't going to keep me from being a robber. Then Tom told Huck about his plan to be a robber. He would have a den and everything. He would even have a gang. He told Huck that robbers were better than pirates. But I can't let you be a robber, said Tom. It wouldn't look right. Robbers don't live in barrels. What would people say? Tom said he would ask the Widow Douglas to go easy on Huck. So Huck agreed to go back. Midnight's the best time for the swearing in, said Tom. We'll get the gang together at the haunted house. We have to swear on a coffin and sign in blood. Tom shivered with delight. He hoped there would never be an end to all of their exciting adventures.